So let's see, today we worked on Mercado steps, as reminders. We were working on doing Mercado steps in situ, so like in a situation. It's really easy to do them in place like this, but it's not so easy to do them not in place. So if we're like walking around, and I want to suddenly make a Mercado step happen, I want to lead really gently to the side with my body. It's almost the equivalent of leading a very small side step, but I do want to be explicit in leading an in-place step versus a very small side step. So I would want that to end up like right in place like that. And these are very tough because they are so subtle. They have a lot of uses, like I might use them, when Leah's playing nice, I would actually use these as well. I might leave these right here in the middle of my crunches to make that happen, and I can make this cool pattern happen. Note again, I can't quite actually do this with the consistency that it appears that I'm doing this. The magic of television. But if I can leave this really nice, subtle, soft step to the side, I can make these happen. They have a lot of uses. I might use them with a little bit of rise and fall, so a little bit of gravity here. I might come up and make this kind of great binding pattern happen there. You'll see a lot of people do that in other styles. Cool, so that was that. And then our lesson for the day was Colgada.
So we started out with we started out with a little leg sharing exercise. So facing each other, the leg will get a little bit of weight outwards, and the ball will respond in kind. And this is not locking up the shoulders and bringing it all the way up. This is just a really comfortable laying outwards.
We give it a little rotation too, so we just got used to this idea of sharing an axis. We're really far apart right now, and we actually against this, we're quite close. Right here.
And then we move that to side,
So from here, and we just plank, making sure to try and stay pretty straight through here as we lean away. Sharing an axis. A little bit of rotation here too. Preferably more forward than back. It's easier to save yourself forward with your toes, and you don't have heel toes.
All right, and from there, we went into the actual move. So we started out with Andy Variations, and both lead and follow step up with left foot, and then the leading will match the follow.
So what I'm doing here is I'm just catching up to Leah's instep, and I'm taking this a little bit diagonal. So I'm going very far diagonal. I'm coming here, and I'm leading this step over, but as I do that, I'm stepping into Leah's space. So I invade Leah's space and quickly leave. And by doing this, I'm actually kind of giving a little bit of force, per se, to knock Leah off her axis, because she won't do that of her own accord. No follow-up. Perfect. So we come through here. We come to here, and I post up like this just out of reflex. It's cool.
And the follow ends up in this nice little flamingo position.
And then if we want to exit, we're going to maintain this Colgada. So we're sharing weight. We maintain this hanging. And
the follow aims for the lead's other foot.
Yeah. And this doesn't really work at slow speed, so we'll just do it. We come around and return to a neutral axis. So right now we're not really sharing weight. There's a little bit of leftover energy that we turn into a leg grab. It worked out really nicely. I don't know if you can see that. And then when I want to get out of that, we're just in a Milano. So again, here, come around, bring to the leg wrap. We don't have to leg wrap. We don't even have to maintain that Colgada. If we don't feel safe, if either of us doesn't feel safe, we can just return to a neutral axis and come back to here. But maintaining that Colgada as we go around is really cool. Cool, what else can we do with that?
We did a little bit of variation of that. So we did a little leg wrap from the Colgada, which looks like this.
So instead of staying up here, I'm actually going to pull Leah back into my space, make contact again, and give a little bit of a round to make this leg wrap up. So now I'm sitting with most of my weight, actually all of it, on my left, and I can alternate back and forth. I stay with Leah, and as I shift my weight, I'm kind of causing this cool little thing to happen. So I'm actually leaving this.
And the follow can end up in a little bit of a quattro here, going back and forth.
And when we get bored of this after hopefully like once or twice, I can send Leia back out into Colgada, which will most often end like that. You'll notice it's not quite the flamingo position. I feel like it's more natural as you are. And then we're just back here again. Cool.
And we learned how to get to this from back of shows.
Yes. So doing this similar to our quattro entrance. Out of the back Osho, I can catch up right here and come to here. I'll often end up in a tighter stance. I did that slow, so it's kind of weird. But I'm just catching Leia as she goes backwards on that back step to my right. So it's kind of like we're in the Milanese. If we do this in the Milanese, some of you figured out. Cool. But I'll come here and I'll use that same wobble. I come to here, or like this, and I have to end up at a tighter stance just because of the nature of my step.
The follow can still step around the lead, even though they're in a tight stance. You can still end up with that really nice curve step.
Cool. We added one other thing. Yeah, we did a drag. So this isn't quite related, but it's similar. I'll show you guys this out of the alteration entrance, which I think is better. You can do this just out of the back Osho. So if we just take back Osho, I can come here, I make a quattro, maintain contact, we're not in Colgada. I get a little bit of lean, and then I just drag. I'm doing real small right now, and then I return the follow to axis, follow to axis. But if I want to have this maintain momentum and travel down a straight line, I can do this out of an alteration. So I'm going to sneak attack, step, catch, grab, and bring it around. And if I so desire, I can have that stay in the same direction. That's on camera. Cool, sorry about that. So one more time, let me show the alteration in this direction. The other direction. So I can sneak attack, hold, step, dark side, pivot, Leah's still stepping back. I've done this before, I might make this into a Colgada if I wanted. But for now, this particular move, I'm going to take Leah off her axis and go walk. It's actually quite comfortable for me. And I can return her to her axis or swing her around with a little bit of lift. Whatever's most comfortable. The follow does a lot more work in that move, I think. I'm the one walking, the follow's the one being a good flank.
Yes, with follow, it's a lot of muscle here, a lot of core